That's me.
Aliens are coming.
They already here.
Or she here.
They're already here. It's not this. Like the one thing that anybody looking into it, it doesn't take a PhD to look at biology. You know that there's life wherever you look. Wherever you
Life finds a way, right?
life finds a way.
And the thing is, like, it might be like our life, right? It might be something that breathes on, like example, trees. Trees like need carbon dioxide to live, right? Maybe it's the planet of the trees. I don't know.
They found volcano cells. How do you volcanoes? But how does a snail figure out how to survive in a volcano? Like it's a snail, you know. They found volcano cells, and it literally has iron shells. It digests iron.
And it lives in a volcano.
Yes, it lives in the volcano.
I mean, life's everywhere, right? Like this stuff in the bottom of the ocean, we haven't figured out what they do, what it
It
is.
survives up to 750 degrees as a snail. That's one tough snail.
So your prediction is like aliens already here. My prediction was going to be in the future, they're going to be like, how come you couldn't figure out wormholes? Like, they're like I think we have technology to do all this shit right now.
Yeah.
There's something like, there's something missing, like someone's not looking at the right idea, like there's something they maybe haven't like turned it around or did an upgrade or whatever, like haven't asked the right question. But I think we have the tech now, like do like
that. I really feel like that out of all the ones, that would be one that is, first off, I think that would definitely benefit.
I mean, think way back the day, it would take like, like not the same thing, but it would take like 6 months to go from England to New York City, right? Not 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it's basically like it's basically almost like a wormhole, right?
Yeah. Space system.
Yeah, cross over time, whatever, and double it up, and
Right.
flip some dice.
They just the part they gotta solve is making sure that we don't get spaghetti fried.
Yeah, that's the part. Yeah, that's the part. Yeah. Like everyone wants to like beam up, be there instantly.
Right.
It's all the cross pollination of genetics, and
And put it back together.
yeah, you come back with fucking elephant tusk or whatever, Or of course, you come back with someone else's brain capacity.
Yeah, but by that point, if they can take you apart and put you back together, you can get a whole new body.
Yeah.
All type of stuff. I mean, that's one of those philosophical questions already. The idea you can if you lose an arm, put on a fake arm, you're still you. You could lose a leg, you put on another leg, you're still you. But you kind of right your part. Your stomach, lungs.
All replaceable.
Oh,
All replaceable.
okay.
You be like a fucking car.
So when do we say you're not? When do we say when we draw the line?
Or they say, well, my brain, you have like 6 neural links.
Yeah, you have 6 neural links that someone say that makes you more. I don't know, but
It's definitely a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I definitely think if someone came from like Middle Ages, they would not recognize us.
yeah.
They was like we're the same basic form, whatever, but like that shit, yeah, they were like.
My theory is that we're gonna find out that humans are not like physical based species, or that we're gonna agree with Descartes, where it's like we see the mind more like a receiver of consciousness, and wherever the real us is we're being projected here, but it's not the real us.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel.
Okay.
And philosophers throughout time agreed to. They argued this.
And so, how does Christianity, Islam, all these religions play into that?
Well, not to step on any toes, but Judaism believed in reincarnation, like forever.
Yeah.
It didn't stray away from the idea of reincarnation. You still repeat is that's changed, but it's been a part of and it is still taught. It's literally still taught in temples now. So knowing that in Judaism, reincarnation is definitely a part of it. That you can Google this. This is not. It's well known. Okay, but it's not well known. But it's not hidden. Some say, but it's out there in this hour spot. So reincarnation is in Judaism. Think about Jesus now coming back and tell you must be born again. You know, and to a Jew says, how can I be born again? To come to the womb again? You know, and Jesus is like, I'm trying to tell you this stuff. It's just another way, my opinion, another way of looking at it. And to me, Jesus connects to Krishna. It's hard to separate. When I read the Bhagavad Gita, it's hard to separate that because
all religions have like all this, it's like a basic commonality, right? Like it's not like this one religion like doing this off the wall shit, right? All the basic concepts, right?
Yeah, the ones that impacts us, that the Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, Quran, they all have this same thing, and they all go through the same vein. Like 3 of those all come from Judaism.
Yeah.
They're all branched out from one. And supposedly there's I personally see the connection between Hinduism, Buddhism, and Judaism. And I believe that that connection all goes through Moses. Moses was, as y'all know, he wrote Genesis, and he wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. Yeah.
So I thought Aaron wrote those books.
No.
Was it Moses?
Yes.
You personally know this? You were there?
No, I don't. That's the theologians, they settled on that. Because they still question as to who Moses is. Moses, because he's a Jewish child, Hebrew child, but he's growing up as a prince, a pharaoh. And so he's learning all of the mystery schools of Egypt. Mind you, who's going to go learn from Egypt about spirituality? Plato. Heidegger is quoting Egypt. And so I can't, it's hard for me to see or to think that this person is going to spend his whole life as an Egyptian pharaoh, under the best tutelage, the best education, spiritually and whatever else, and not be affected by that, or morphed by that. And so there's a lot of similarities in there, and I believe it's through Moses, that connection. They call it the Akhenaten in Moses connection, because Akhenaten was a pharaoh who actually created the very first monotheistic religion. He's a very, well, at least that we had history of, is like way before the Yahweh came up. We already had a monarchy. He merged Ra and Ami and since triune God, and he claimed himself to be the son of God. Virgin born, of course. And that was in the histories of Egypt, and Moses came about 6 generations from them.
New stuff. Like, yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, on the one hand, like, if you believe the Bible, is like, you kind of raised, like, believe, like, all this kind of stuff, right? But then scientifically, you're like, man, there's no way it's gonna be possible, right? But first of all, like, why is God speaking like some random dude in the desert, right? Yeah. Like, if your God is fucking like, I'm your God, and like send a message to everyone, right? So it's like one random dude in the desert,
Right. Who's dehydrated, who isn't ate or never slept.
And like, yeah, like talk to and like this to me question, right? So like talking about Moses, or in the Red Sea. Before that, like, so Pharaoh, he was like, he won't let us, so he's gonna let him go, right? The thing the Bible says is that, but then God hardens his heart.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what type of bullshit is this, right?
Yeah.
You know, like he's gonna let your people go, and then if they're your people, why them to stay for 40 years?
Right. Right.